Hey guys, and welcome back. Yes, so today it's about great moments at their greatest. I just went to pick on great moments just to say this was great moments. You know, when I sit there just watching, I rarely watch my own videos. I rarely do that. But there's only, was it yesterday that I just sat down and I started watching my own videos and I was like, was this really me playing there? I really wonder what was going on in my head. I always ask myself those questions. But it's always a 50-50 when you go on for the brave moments and you hold on there and you say, okay, fine, I'm going for it. Just like I've always said that. One guy said, how will you know if you don't try? Right? So I think one of the challenges that many of us do is to look at the cash out amount at the bottom, which is what I never do, right? So that is one trick that you might help you if you still want to play and you still got the guts to play. Try and avoid looking at the money, because I always try and avoid that, and I always try and look at the multiplier. So I target a certain multiplier, and once I target that multiplier, I'll go for it. So there I was, I got a very good one, and this one is one of the most interesting. So this happened over the past festive, and this is the point where I was almost gone. I was left with 26.99 on top there, and I just went brave. So this is exactly what I always try to give as a description, to say, if this was you, would you not have picked 5x? To be honest, you would have probably picked up a 3x, and then on the bottom one, maybe you would have picked up a 5x. But that will not last you long. That is where my point is always. At this point, I just tell myself, if I'm gone, I'm gone. But for now, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to go for it. So there you are. You can see it just gets into 30x, and then I pick up my 30x. Perfect. Awesome. And on this particular session, I went on to hit the 50s because I kept on fighting. I kept on battling. I went down a little bit and I went up a little bit. Then I continued to play. But as you can see, this is exactly what happens in the game. So yes, the next one, during the first teams, it's exactly the same session again. And in this session now, I was so brave. I was just telling myself, okay, fine, I'm left with 1,000. So what? All I can do is just to fight. And there are times that when I start feeling like, yes, it's going to pay. Yes, at times it doesn't, and I end up losing or maybe having to reload again and try again. It's obviously always about trying again. And many people think, oh, maybe the Aviator Pro has got a lot of money so he can do that. No, 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 no. Don't get it wrong. Never get it wrong. I'm just an ordinary person just like anyone else. The only difference, look at this. I picked the first one at 31x. Who would do that? Oh, that's quite crazy. I promise you. I promise you. And then there I am. I'm going for 100x. And guess what? I press it on 100x and I get the 21k. I know so many people really want to play this game. So many people really want to play and win the money. But look, man, you don't have the exact guts that the Aviator Pro has. I mean, I got to a point where many people have said this gentleman is an agent of some sort. He's working for Aviator. I always laugh when I see those comments. Some of them will say, no, this is fake. It's a demo game. And I'm always thinking, okay, the only person that can say this is a demo game is the one who has not played this game. So for those that are playing this game, and that for those that are playing, especially on SB here on Sporting Bet, they will always attest to you that this is exactly what is happening. And I've always encouraged many players to say, when you want to learn how to play the game, create time and try to get into the game, even if you're not placing any stake. Just log in and watch what's happening. Look at the multipliers, and you tell me if it doesn't get you 100x. You tell me if you don't get 4000x. You will see it. But the only thing is, many people are not prepared. Look at this. This is excellent. It goes to the 50x, and I decide to pick it up 50x, and that's a nice 10k. And I've done so many of these 10ks, and there it is. It still goes on. It's only that maybe I wasn't a little bit brave. I would have just picked up the next one. But anyway, if we don't have what it takes, then we shouldn't expect much. That's to be honest, right? So look at this one. I put 2K on the top, 500 at the bottom, right? So I normally pick 2K at 3x, but at this point, just check what I did. I decided, okay, yes, it's fine. All I can just do is to hold on because I want to try and go for 5x, and 5x is 10K. And then what do? I get my 5x and I get a 10.6. And at this point, then I'm relaxed. I'm even thinking, why did I not put 10K at the bottom? I was just looking there and I saw I'm the one who was sitting on top. I was the top player at that point. And there's a few that will come along the way. I'm going to be posting very soon. Look at this. I press on 20x, I get it on 21. That is about 10K. And imagine if I had left that 500 to be 2,000. That would have been a good amount. Right, so let's move on to the next one. So this one is another good one as well, and I really enjoy this one. What I like the most about this is it's that moment that you just walk into the game and you see it looks like it's favorable, it's paying, and then you go for it from the beginning. So that's exactly what I do. And in most cases, at times it's just about instinct. You just feel like, okay, I can try and go for it. Right, so as usual, I went for 1,000, which is my 5x. Perfect. Right, so that just keeps me going. Exactly. And then I let the other one running and I'm thinking 15x. No, I'm just going to continue because when I'm believing, okay, I check, I see, okay, the guys are gone, most of them are gone right now. I'm thinking, no man, it has given a 29x and a 10x. Maybe we can even get to 100x. But what should I do at this point? I just wait for a 10x and I'm like 10K straight away. So immediately it just pushes me so high up so that I've got enough confidence. And once I have enough confidence, I can even attack it and attack it and attack it. Well, several times I've got into myself into the 20, 25Ks, but still lost it. Why? Because I'm going for it. The only difference is you might not see it all the time, that when I go for it, maybe at times and I lose it. And look at this. If I knew that this was going to go this high, would I have cashed out at 50x when this thing is going to go above 1,000x? I would have just tried to go for 1,000x for the first time. I haven't gone for even 300x. I think the highest I've gone was about almost 200x. That's the highest. It went on 2.3. This is big. And you really need to be brave, right? So this is one that I called Still I Rise, because I was gone and I said, well, look, even the bottom amount there was not enough to make 200, but I still went for it. And this is where I want to challenge many Aviator players. The simple fact that you might not have the guts to do certain things is not the true fact that things cannot happen. Things can still happen. It's the mindset. It's how you make your decision. So at this point, I just looked at it. I was almost gone. If I really had the guts, the exact same guts that I always had, I would have picked a 15x on the first one. So on this one, I went on and I picked up a 22x and I was almost gone. But look at where I am now. Excellent. Now let's look at the next one. Right now I'm about 30K. That was very good. Excellent. It always gives me sense shivers down my spine, and I'm always thinking, how do I even manage these things at times? I always, when I look at it, I'm just asking myself, some of those decisions that you make along the process, along the way, because at this point, the normal thing would have been pick up a 5x, and guess what? I don't do that. And it's normally a rare thing for me letting all these things run all up above 15x. And there I was, I picked the first one at 15x and I leave the second one and I'm targeting something better. And what do? I even get to 50x, I just pass. I'm thinking maybe 100x will do for me. So I'm just watching, and guess what? When it gets to 100x, I hit it and I hit 21,400. For those that do not believe, really, to be honest with you, I don't know what you need. There's nothing else that I can do other than doing all this. That I can only show you what I've done. That's all I can do, right? And for some of the people, look, this was a very good record. I call it a multiplier record because I've never really gone all the way to the levels that I went to at this point. But you need to have some sort of guts at one point. So at this point, I was paying 200 on top and 100 at the bottom. So as usual, I went for my 5x, then I left the second one. So I'm just checking only the three top guys are there. Just imagine, those guys have got 3K and 2K on top. And the guy with both 3Ks on top is still holding on. Look, he just cashed out his first 15x and he leaves the second one and he's still going. Just imagine, if he can do that, who am I with my 100? Just 100, huh? Just 100 that I can run away very quickly. You see, there are some times that you need the guts. That's why I always say Aviator is not for the faint-hearted, right? So I went for 100x and I got it, and it even went beyond the 100. And he also went for the 100x and he got 300k, one go. That's not a joke, guys. Let's go on to the next one and see what's going on. This is what exactly gives me more courage to say, yes, this is possible. All you need is a mindset change. You need to be prepared and just look at how the things run and just decide immediately, right? So at this point in time, I decide, no, I'm going to skip the 5x because I'm believing, yes, I've got 38k on top and I've been playing so well, and why not reward myself with one nice big pink? And there I was. I did go above all that and I went for a 15x. Yes, I got it on 16.26. I got a 3k and I'm thinking, oh, I'm already up. What else? Well, in other words, if anything happens at this point, it's not that I didn't want to pick it up. Yes, I always want to pick it up. But at times, if you always don't know how to hold, there I am. I pick it up on 62x. Excellent, because my mind was actually telling me I should go and pick it up at 100x. But at times you just start doubting yourself, and then you don't want to blame, because in many cases I've done it. I've believed it's going to get at 100x and then it disappeared way before, or maybe just before, and I've regretted. Right, so look at this one, right? I'm around the 30s again and I've got 200 on top and 200 at the bottom, and it's looking so good for me. And as usual, I'm always focusing on the top one, and I decide, well, because I've got the confidence, I've got a good balance, I'll just let it run a little bit. And then I went into 6x, which gives me an extra 200. Yes, that is good for me, but that's not all the excitement. All I just tell myself, well, if it goes at this point, it goes. But what am I going to do? I'm going to wait. I'm going to go above 100x. I'm not 100% sure how long I'm going to hold, but I will try. I'll try. So that is the point. And now, many people would have chickened out at this point because they look at the figure. Like I said, I don't look at the figure. I look at the multiplier. I always look at the multiplier on top. I'm not worried because I already know in my head how much that is. And on 188, there I get it 18k. I wish it could have been something that was maybe bigger, something like a 200. I would have made a very nice one. I would have made a very nice one. But anyway, this one is one of the biggest. I'll call this one the epic. And at this point, sorry to this whoever was calling me at this point, because it's a thing that I always talk about when phone calls come through and I'm busy playing the game. For those that think it's fake and stuff like that, yeah, you see, I don't pick up the call because I know once I pick up the call, I'm losing. And that's what was happening. And at this point, I was doing 300 on top, 300 at the bottom. And I'm sure some of you have already seen this. And I just go for my first 21k. Can you just believe it? Who does that? Who does that? Who goes all the way with 300 on top and then you pick it up all the way up there, maybe in the 30s? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, in the 20s. And this one, look, I get to 30k. Oh, this is unbelievable. But when I press it and I pick up a 35,000, that's 35k on one go. Guys, this is very interesting. We're just looking in retrospect, and we are going to be giving you very, very new content very soon. I'm sure maybe in a day or two, you will enjoy it. But for now, keep this in check and then just enjoy yourself and have a great day.